Hey guys, it's Melania Byrnn Cosplay here. I just wanted to do an introductory video to a vlog that I'm doing. This is going to be my very first vlog, so it's super exciting. This vlog will be showing you some of the cosplays and stuff, not just one, but some of the cosplays that I'm working on for Sakura-Con, which will include Blue Star Dress Sakura from Cardcaptor Sakura, Blood Moon Ball Star, and Blood Moon Ball Marco from episode 8 of Star vs. the Forces of Evil. So those are the three main ones that I'm trying to make sure I get done. I have two others that I'm going to try and see if I can pull off, but those three are my priority. The two others are Matt and Izzy from Digimon Season 1, because we're doing a group cosplay with all of our friends for that for Sakura-Con. But I've always really wanted to do a Femme Izzy, so I'm really excited. But let's see. I have to focus on my first three cosplays. So what I'm going to go over right now is what I have done for Blue Star Dress Sakura. I have some done of Blood Moon Ball Star and Marco, but I'm going to include those in another video because I'm going to try working on them today after I do this video, and I would just kind of want to get the footage all done there. So I'll go over what I've done so far for that in another video. But for today, we're going to focus on Blue Star Dress Sakura. So I have my costume here that's already been mostly finished. I have the dress done, I have the over jacket done, I have the capelet done, I have the gloves done. The only thing left on the costume is the hat, all of the small details that have to be attached to it, the wand, and the shoes are all that's left. And I have to get more fabric for the shoes because I'm out of this blue fabric. I have to go back and get more. But I'm going to show you what I have done so far. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my process. So very first thing, when I pick a character, it's usually a character I'm in love with. I'm usually watching a show and I'll look at the character and I get so emotionally involved with them. I'm like, I'm going to cosplay them. And that's usually how I pick my characters. There's no real planning. I don't do contests, so I don't have to worry about that. But usually I'll just pick a character and be like, you look cool. You and I, we're going to have fun together. And I usually make the costume. What I do is, if I can find my sketchbook, I do what I call a detail page. I do this mostly when the character has a prop. But I also do it to kind of visualize what the character is going to look like. I don't have my Sakura doodles out because I can't find the sketchbook, but these are the plans for my Femme Brom from League of Legends. That one's super detailed because of the shield. This is the male Lysandra that Justin wants me to do for him. It's got this framework so he can still have her crystals and stuff going on when he's walking, because her animation shows crystals showing up around her and she walks through them. So I also have a couple more in here. I have a male Ash in here because we're planning on doing a League of Legends group cosplay. I just don't know when that's gonna happen. This is my Tylee from ElfQuest. I just was kind of trying to figure out what her bodysuit would look like underneath her cape. But anyway, you don't have to be good at drawing to do that. You just have to be able to visualize how your costume is going to come together. You're going to have to be able to visualize how things are going to lay and like what things are going to go on top of other stuff, what's going to show in your costume. Even when you twirl, like even when you, like if you have a skirt and when you spin or twirl or do an action move, if you can see the underlining of the skirt, you maybe should think about what would the lining of that costume look like, just to bring it just a little bit closer. It's not necessary, but I think it really throws it over the edge for the costume. As for Sakura, these are the gloves that I made for her. In the screenshots and in the show, she actually has fingered gloves. I'm not very good at making those yet. been trying my hardest to figure out how to do it, but I'm not good at it. So I made fingerless gloves instead, and I think they're super cute. I think they work really well. This part here is exactly the same as the fingered gloves. The only thing I changed was this. So this glove looks almost exactly like the original, I just made it fingerless. And I like these better because I can take these off way easier than the fingered gloves. See, it just slips right off, so when I have to go to the bathroom, it just, boop, done. I have my capelet done. I just have to fix the star. As you can see, it's not completely painted and I need to resin it, so I'll be doing that. I draped the fabric for the capelet over my dress form and did it that way. There's tons of tutorials on YouTube on how to do that. If you just look for the cosplay tutorials, you can find them. I knew how to do it because my grandma's a seamstress and she taught me how to do it when I was in high school. It's really not that hard as long as you know how fabric's gonna lay. It really depends on your fabric choices too. Like this is a cotton polyester blend fabric. If you're gonna use silk, silk isn't gonna hold its shape as well. It's gonna droop. So you just have to know how your fabric's gonna lay. Pardon all the wrinkles. I have to iron it, but I don't have an iron. For the star, I have this little piece here, and these are just pierced earring backs for like making Sculpey earrings and stuff. I use those to pin the star to it so that the star would sit the correct way, because in the picture the star has the top point pointing up. I was originally going to do a button, but realized that I wouldn't be able to clasp the button unless I did something with the star, and I wanted the star to be as stable as possible. So instead of doing a button, I have this little French hook and eye, and it's really not that hard to put on when you're wearing it. The applique is just some fabric that I doubled over so it wasn't as see-through. I just appliqued it there. I just did just a regular stay stitch on it. So when I put it on, it goes like this. And you have it like this. And then I darted it so that it follows the trail of my shoulder, and it just doesn't, because if you don't dart it, it ends up like looking like this, and it's not pretty. So that's my capelet. I don't know if you can see this very well, but this is my over jacket. These are just chains that I got from Walmart. They're the gold chain with the fake pearls in it. And then I found these buttons that happen to match the chain. Now these are not on the costume in the screenshots. I took some artistic liberties with this costume to make it a little bit more intricate. But I put the little, I don't know if you can see that, the little lobster clasp on the end, on one of the ends. This end is sewn onto the button. This end has the lobster clasp, so that I can clasp it onto the other button, and then I can take it on and off and be able to put the costume on and off without breaking the chain or pulling off the buttons. So this is a very specific type of lace. This is a pointed lace, as you can see. I bought this because, oh, my costume. Obviously, it's not a good idea to have your costume laying up on your DVD rack. But the drawing has her wearing pointed lace for the whole costume. So I decided to get this lace from Joann's. I bought a ton of it because I didn't know how much I was going to need, and I didn't want to run out because it's a very specific lace. Joann's is the only place that carries this, so. And I think it makes the costume look that much more like hers. So I have that. I have this really nice gold trim. It's the same. Oh, I guess I haven't put it on my gloves yet. I was gonna put this on the gloves, but I didn't. So, but it's a gold trim. It's just a regular gold trim, just a basic one I picked up. But it just kind of ties the costume together. My under fabric is this nice yellow pattern fabric. I don't know if you can see the pattern on that. I promise I'll plan this better next time, you guys. I have it flared out with these nice gold buttons to give it kind of like that cool Victorian jacket look there. Oh. And then It's clasped here with an old bra clasp from a bra I grew out of, so I'm using that for a clasp. If you ever have those outfits where the seams have to lie like that, a bra clasp is the best thing for it. Mine is a little bit off center, so it shows a little bit, but my capelet covers this, so it's not a big deal for me. I have this yellow border here. I don't know how it got dirty, but now I have to wash it, so I have to take it to the dry cleaners. If you're ever making your costumes and you have really good seam work and stuff on it, you should be able to still wash it at home. I'm just nervous. I would hate to put this much time and effort into a costume and then not have it come out right. So I just take my costumes to dry cleaners. It's not that expensive, and it makes sure that the costume's gonna get clean and not gonna have your seams rip on you. So I have that. I have the little spike darts on the end. And then I have this little thing here. This is just a wire that I took and I made a little loopy, and I've sewn it to the end of the point. And this will be what I attach the star to, because she has stars on each one of these points. A point on her capelet, the front of her capelet, and then the point on her hat all have these stars on them. And then this is my dress. It's just a basic pattern dress. I just used suiting fabric. The jacket is a white suiting fabric, and this is the navy blue suiting fabric. They're both from the same brand, and I had a coupon for it, so I was like, I'll use suiting fabric. Don't. It is the hardest thing to work with. I thought it was going to be way more stable. I thought it was going to make this more durable, and when you cut into it, it just frays like there's no tomorrow. So eventually I'll probably just remake this underdress, but this is like 13 hours worth of work, and I don't want to do that again when I have Sakura-Con as a deadline. So I'm gonna probably, if I have time before Sakura-Con, I'll remake it, but if I don't, then I'll just make do with this until after Sakura-Con, and then I'll remake the dress. The dress has the applique work on it. It has a rolled seam on it, and then it has a hook and eye clasp and a zipper in the back where this is gonna cover. So that's what I have so far of Sakura. I think I have like maybe, I want to say I have probably 45 to 50 hours worth of work into this costume already, and she's already cost me like $250 because this fabric wasn't cheap. And I'm actually kind of mad about that, because I specifically bought it because I wanted the costume to be more sturdy. I wanted it to be a costume that wasn't going to be really cold, because I still wanted to wear it to winter conventions. And I figured that if I could have the suiting fabric, it would be warmer, just a little bit warmer. But it was the worst decision I made, guys. Don't get suiting fabric. It frays so bad. I will admit it gives it a good texture, though. It doesn't look like just flat cotton material. It gives it a good texture, but I still don't like it. I chose, after that suiting material frayed really bad on me, the fabric from my gloves and my capelet is different. It's the same color when you put it against each other. My gloves and my capelet are only a little bit lighter than this, barely noticeable, but it's almost the same color. This is also the fabric I'm going to use for my boots. So when I get more fabric for my boots, I'll probably just go ahead and pick up the fabric for my dress to remake it. But this is a cotton material, and it works so much better. And then the hat will be made out of the same material. What else was I going to tell you guys? Sakura, like I said, it's probably 45 to 50 hours worth of work and $275 so far. The wand is going to throw it that much over, because the wand I'm going to make out of wood, and I'm going to make it detachable. It's going to come apart into two pieces so I can fit it into a suitcase. That's another thing when you're planning costumes. I forgot to mention, when you're planning costumes, think about how you're going to transport it. Are you going to be flying? Are you going to be taking public transportation? I know a lot of people who go to cons with me, they take the train. Are you going to be driving? And I've seen some really awesome stabs and stuff that people do, but they can't get them to con because it either won't fit in the car or it won't fit in the suitcase, or the train won't let them have it on the train. So you have to think about those things when you make your costume, because you have to make sure your costume can fit into a small confined space. If I can't make my wand come apart to fit into a suitcase to go through, to go on the plane, because it'll be in a check bag, if I can't do that, I would have to mail it to Danielle, who lives up there, and then she'd have to mail it back, and that's super tedious, and I don't want to do that. And when you go to another con, you don't always have a friend who lives there to be able to do that with, so you have to think about those things. So my wand will probably come apart in probably 2, but maybe 3 pieces. And then everything, the reason why I made the dress separate from the jackets and the capelet is to make it not only look more authentic, but because now I have 3 different pieces that I can fold up differently and fit into my costume case better. I did not think of that when I made Justin's Blood Moon Ball Marco hat, because I could, partly because I just didn't think of it, but I also couldn't figure out how to break down a hat. So I'll be totally honest, he's probably going to be wearing a hat on the plane. We'll see what happens. But that's an introduction to my Blue Star, see, I'm combining the names now, my Blue Star Dress Sakura from Cardcaptor Sakura. As you probably noticed, she's almost done. She's probably only got like maybe 10 hours worth of work, depending on how long that stupid hat and the petticoat takes me. And then my Blood Moon Star dress is already finished. I bought her boots, I just have to adjust them. I'm a lot closer to finishing these 2 dresses than I thought. I really just have Justin's costume to do, and I only have to do his jacket because he already owns a pair of dress pants and a dress shirt, so I just have to do the jacket and we have to get him a new pair of boots. But other than that and the hat and mask, I'm actually closer to being done with these costumes than I thought I was. But hopefully I'll be able to go over things with you. There's going to be the petticoat, which drives me crazy. I know some people make petticoats that are attached to their dresses because it just makes it easier to have this nice flowing dress. I hate petticoats, you guys. Lace and stuff is so hard to work with. I just haven't been able to get it down. So I'm probably going to buy like 3 or 4 costume petticoats and then sew them together to make my petticoat after I sew on the special lace. So that's probably how I'll do it, just because I'm super lazy and I don't want to deal with it anymore. I'm so done with that petticoat and I'm so done with the hat. And if I already have to focus on the hat, I don't want to focus on the petticoat, so that'll probably be what I do. But I'm hoping to have progress videos of that for you guys, and I'm hoping to be able to put up a video a week on the vlog of some small stuff that I'm doing, and hopefully I'll be able to make some tutorials that'll be useful for you guys. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be not as long of a process as I thought, but it's probably going to be really frustrating, I won't lie. Making these costumes is both exhilarating and super irritating at the same time. And hopefully through these videos you'll get to meet a few of my cosplay friends who do this stuff with me. They'll be featured in some of my videos, and you guys will be able to see my stuff not only on my channel, but when they get my Men of Lions up, you'll be able to see it on that channel. So it's going to be exciting, you guys. I can't wait for you guys to take this journey with me and take these steps towards Sakura-Con. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys continue to watch my channel. I hope you guys continue to look for new videos. And I will see you guys later. Happy cosplaying.